Aloha! Happy Aloha Monday, guys. Oh my God, I'm just sitting here the last 5 seconds, like, okay, how does it the dog stay quiet? You guys can't hear it thanks to Chris, but this little one knows I have their treats now. I swear it's like you put in the earbuds and immediately, okay, guys, immediately they are barking like crazy. And also, okay, let me give these two a larger treat that will take because this one takes forever to eat. No, you don't want that. You just want to sit. Okay, come on over here, then, baby girl. So, happy Aloha Monday, gang. We are starting. Oh my gosh, busy weekend. Busy weekend. And lots of stuff going on. Yesterday, the awards, guys. I had so much fun with that award show. I just had so much freaking fun just hanging out, talking, and then we went over to Sirens after and sang karaoke afterwards, which was so much fun. And thank you guys. I literally told Robbie I did not want to be in a category, and he went and did what he did, and I didn't expect anything. So thank you. I just I can't. I don't know what to say. So thank you. Thank you so much. It meant more than you guys know. It really did. So Chris is in the house. Hello, Chris. And I know KK's in the house also. KK got first in the house today. And then we've got Chris coming in. And Chris just shared with me another case about what was it called, Chris? The playground killers, something like that, or playground disappear, something like that. And after I'm done with this live, I'm actually going to start looking into that because just on a personal level, it really looks interesting, really interesting. So I'm definitely going to have to take a look at that one. So talking for a little bit just so we can get the notifications out to everyone, and the dogs are maybe quieting down. No, yeah, maybe, who knows. And also, yeah, last night I actually, okay, some of you guys know. Okay, I've we use the word bocce here in Hawaii. Okay, when you jinx yourself. Okay, I have a habit if I choose a case the day before, and I always try to get a fairly recent case to talk about. And if I choose a case the day before, I tend to bocce myself and the person is found. And I love it. I love it when that happens. But then I have to restart all the research and all that. So I often just wait until the morning of the live to do all my research. Well, last night, I started looking for a case to cover and work through my normal Facebook, okay, Twitter, TikTok, things like that. Well, okay, X, and went over to websleuths.com, which, by the way, I mean, they do such an amazing job at getting word out about things and giving people a safe space for real factual information. And I came across Marissa's case. And gang, this is a mom of five. Okay, she's a young woman in her 20s, mom of five. I've read that one of them's actually disabled. Um, and everyone that I read about, in fact, one of the greatest things I saw in this case was one of the groups that have been created to discuss this story. You know how that happens so often. Someone said, "Hey, you know what? Let's talk about our memories. Okay, what is it that makes Marissa Marissa?" It's kind of what I talk about all the time, that people are more than just their picture and their statistics. And they were able to share that. And at the end of the live today, I'm actually going to read a couple of the comments that I saw there because the stories speak for themselves. And so I'm hoping we can get the word out here. I do have a poll up for people. I'd love to know whether you guys know about this case or not. Right now, we are at 100%. No one knows about this case. And Marissa has been missing now, okay, for over a week. We're talking 9 days. 9 days she's been missing. And there's a couple discussions, a couple groups. There are actually a couple groups on Facebook discussing her, but not a lot of pushes to go forward and more information. I know her mother is having some frustrations, it looks like, because she's not getting information from the police. Now, the police are talking to a cousin and giving them updates as to what's going on. And we will talk about that with that. And I just discovered something. So, where's she missing from, Chris? She's actually, and I just noticed I left off actually here. You know what? I'm going to bring my notes up here. I have my notes, but I accidentally left them in the other room. So, let me do it from this side instead. I'll read them off the computer. She is actually missing from North Carolina, so from Greensboro. So actually, let me just pull her stuff up here real quickly. And hey Tim, how you doing, my dear? And welcome, welcome. So yeah, Marissa. Okay, let me see how I'm gonna do this since I don't have my notes printed out. I am a paper person. I like to have all my notes on paper. So this will be fun. So she went missing on January 14th. So early morning Sunday a week ago. So just over a week ago now. And what's scary in this case is that this young woman called 911 literally 40 minutes before she was last seen. Okay, couple hours before she was last heard from. And and no one knows what's happened. We have the names of people who saw her or picked her up or things like that. But beyond that, we're not getting much. And we're hoping maybe the police have some information and they're holding it close to the vest. We do talk about that quite often and how that's actually a good thing when it's done. And also, we'll have to see how that goes. So let's go ahead and start telling, okay, her story. So Marissa, as I mentioned, okay, went missing on the 14th. And she is a young, hey, KK, you know what? I'm wondering if that, because I was noticing it's been a little slow in. So something tells me notifications are not going out today. So if you know of anyone and want to let them know that we are live, let them know we are live. Because a lot of the normal people who usually are here in chat are not here. So I have a feeling notifications did not go out. So, but yeah, 25-year-old mom of five. She's 5'4" and 260 pounds. She's got black hair. She's biracial. Okay, black hair with okay, blonde braids and then brown eyes. Now we're going to go through the story. However, I do have the phone number down there for if anyone who's watching this has any information for calling the police. So please consider doing that if you have a chance. So, okay. So let me go back to this. Okay. So a lot of the information we're going to go over today actually comes from her mother. And there's an article on a news magazine, online news magazine called the NC Beat. It does a lot of just for North Carolina discussions, things like that. And they interviewed her mother and were able to give us a lot more information about what is going on right now. Thank you, Chris. And Marissa's mom, who's Sarah, did mention, as I kind of alluded to, that the police have not been calling her regularly, but are talking and updating a cousin. And the cousin is then turning around and giving information to Sarah, okay, Marissa's mom. So she can get some updates through that. However, she keeps calling and leaving messages and things like that. So as I go through here, you will notice some of this information is coming straight from Sarah herself. Um, so we're gonna thank you, Chris. Thank you for sharing. And so here we go. Let's start this out. Actually, let me keep this on this one for a second. Sorry, gang. Let me just a little smaller so I could read both screens. Okay. So everything started last Saturday, well, a week from this previous Saturday. So, okay, Marissa was spending a normal Saturday at home, spent her morning at the house and all that. And yeah, this mom is not going to abandon her daughter. No, this mom is torn up inside right now. If you watch the videos and stuff like that, this is one of the videos that honestly, when I've watched her mother, I literally fell apart. It was really hard to watch. Ringo! How you doing, Ringo? How you? Oi, good to see you. Chicken lady. This one's in your backyard? Really? You'll have to let me know if you, okay, I've heard anything about this. It looks like someone has heard because we're at 90%. I'm keeping that open to see how many of you guys know about this case. There's in the bushes. Hello, my dear. And so morning, Saturday morning. Okay, she wakes up, spends her morning. At some point during the day, she connects with a friend of hers, and they decide to go into Greensboro itself and spend the day. Okay, hanging together, they end up at a bar, and while they're at that bar, they meet up with another friend. Okay, have a couple drinks, talk story, just enjoy hanging out with each other. And after a little bit of time, they decide, you know what? Let's ditch this place. Let's go back to my house. So the friend that they met at the bar is like, let's go back to my house and hang out at my house. So they headed back to the house. And while at that person's house, Marissa decided to take a nap. She was getting a little sleepy, so she took a nap. And around 9:30 p.m., the friend that she originally drove in with and stuff decided to leave. Okay, so we're left now with Marissa and the friend whose house they are at this time. Okay, around 11:30 now, the two are up and decide they want to okay, hit the parties. Okay, you know what? Come on, have some fun. Okay, New Year, go out, have some fun, meet some new people, things like that. Just end of the work week, let all that energy out. So the two of them, Greensboro is 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this case has a lot of, I don't know. There's something to this case. There's definitely something to this case. Um so the two of them at around 11:30, Marissa and the friend whose house they're at decide to go to the 117 Bar and Lounge in Greensboro. Okay, so let me pull that up. So this gives you a picture of the front door of the one on the left is the bar and lounge. Okay, hung out there. Okay, spent some time, had a couple drinks, hung out with friends, got to meet at some point during the night. Okay, the two of them became separated. So now we have Marissa on her own. However, she meets up at the bar. Okay, one of her friends is there, a guy by the name of Jersey. So Jersey's hanging out at the bar. Okay, the two connect up together with each other and spend the evening at the club together. Around 2 a.m., the two decide to leave. Okay, there's a party, after party, it's being called, over at an Airbnb. Now, this Airbnb you can see in the other picture. It's an apartment, townhome. Okay, townhome, not too far away. I'm going to pull up Google Earth in a few minutes. Hey, Rebel Soul, welcome, my dear. And but yeah, just it's 444 Gorell Street. From what I heard, the party was, if what I'm reading is correct, supposed to go from like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. So it was basically a place for people to come after the bars closed and all that. So they're over at that house for a while and they leave. Now, I'm not sure if they left the Airbnb before or after the two had an argument. The two started disagreeing, Jersey and Marissa. However, okay, whichever way it happened, before or after, and Jersey decides to go and take, I'm thinking, Marissa home. because of course she's separated from her friends and all that. Lynn, how you doing, Deuce? Welcome, 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 Lynn. And I'm really, yeah, you guys, we got some amazing new subscribers. I mean, I saw a bunch of new subscribers coming in. So I'm really hoping you guys, these are all for those of you who've never been here. They're stories that most of us have not heard about yet. And but they're people who have recently gone missing that we need to try to get their story out, get their face out there. And but yes, welcome, 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 my dear. And it looks like we got a lot of, oh, LG has been a busy girl. Yep, that you have been. And so you got a cutie. She's got a cutie who's getting into theater now. So, and so the two of them are driving, and as they are driving, they're in a disagreement, an argument, and I guess what ended up happening is Jersey pulls up to this Exxon gas station, and while at this gas station kicks her out of the car or asks her to go in. I'm hearing two different stories. Some say, oh, just dropped her off and all that. Others say she was told to go in, pick up some stuff, and then come back. But by the time she turned around to come back, he had left and thrown all her stuff out of the car. So let's look at this. And this is now around 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. she finds herself there. Let me real quickly. So let me, oops, sorry, I got a comment up there. So let me pull this up so you guys can see where we are talking about. So this is Greensboro, for those of you. Okay, let me pull out a little bit so everyone can see a little bit more clearly where in the US we're talking about. Is there any chance she was followed by anyone who was watching her at the bar? Yes, that's a possibility. We don't know who really was behind this yet. We have suspects, yes, but they've not been named suspects either. So, so let's come back in here so we can kind of see this a little closer. Remember, she started, hello, Kathleen, welcome, happy Monday. So remember, the night started off, okay, at 117 Sofa Bar and Lounge. So right over here. Okay, pretty large. Okay, looked like it was in this building here. And if you remember the picture I was sharing, it kind of was showing that it was kind of adjacent to other buildings, doors and stuff like that. So from there, they went to the the Airbnb. The Airbnb was right down here. So not too far, just for people who are wanting to know, we are talking straight line, of course, not regular, less than a mile away. So not far whatsoever. Okay. So, and then from there, let me get rid of that. Okay, they got into the disagreement. Nothing happens at 3 a.m. I agree. I hate to say it. As a former, you are a former bartender, you know it. Okay. At that point, they got in the disagreement. North Carolina Rebel Soul, North Carolina, Greensboro. And so let's get this other to the Exxon. We are talking, let's see, less than half a mile. So we're talking pretty close area here. Okay, so basically from one to the other, and then ending up here at the Exxon. Okay, so at this point, let me stop sharing that one so that I can share with you guys the next one. And at 3:40 in the morning, we've got Marissa now at the place all alone. Okay, she's at a gas station. She's been dropped off. She decides to make a 911 call because what has happened in her eyes is she was abandoned. The guy threw her, okay, left her with her purse and stuff like that, but took off with her phone. Okay, so she doesn't have her phone on her or anything else. So she gets onto a 911 phone call and tells them that she doesn't know where she is. Okay, someone robbed her, took her phone and things like that, and left her. And she has no idea what area of town she is or anything like that. Let me pull up so you guys, there is a bit of the 911 call. So let's pull that up real quickly. This is the 911, not the full call, I don't think. I think this is just a part that has been released so far. So
I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got all my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I have no clue where I'm at.
So you're hearing from there. I'll play it again before we stop on this one. But you can tell you can hear almost a level of panic in her voice. Okay, she doesn't know where she is. She doesn't have her phone. Where does she go from here? And so she's calling the police, asking the police, I need your help. Okay, can you come out here? This is going on. Lynn, I think all young women should be able to get GPS chips. Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, and no, it's really, I don't know about you guys, but I know my mom, our whole family. We've got, okay, we track each other on whether it's Family 360 or things like that because, you never know what's going to happen. It's kind of scary for a lot of people nowadays. So I'm going to play that one more time so people can kind of listen in now. In fact, I'll let it play twice through so you guys can listen to it more carefully.
I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got all my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I have no clue where I'm at. I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got all my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I have no clue where I'm at.
Welcome, Seal. And who is the he? The he at this point, what we're talking about, he is a friend of hers named Jersey. They met up while they were at a bar, and she had gone to the bar with some other friends, and one of the worst things in the world, people get separated. How many times have we heard this story where people get separated, okay, while they're at a bar and then something bad happens? How old is she, Kathleen? 25. Mama 5, 25 years old. And just, okay, I'm going to, at the end of it, read some posts people have made who know her so you guys can get to know who she is and all, because she's really missed by a lot of people, and they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep looking. Yes, aloha and hi, my dear. Love you, love you. And so we don't know right now. My suspicion is she doesn't have her own phone, so I'm thinking at this point she is using maybe the phone from the place. Let me pull this one up from the actual gas station, maybe. Not 100% on that, but kind of makes sense on that level there. So moving on with this. So between 3:40 and 4 a.m. So that's made at 3:40 in the morning, that phone call. From 3:40 to 4 a.m., there is video that was found later on showing that Marissa ended up getting into the car of another friend. I'm not sure if it's truly friend, acquaintance, or whatever. This person's name is Sean. There is a last name there too. Yes, LG, I wondered about that too, and it could be accents, it could be the panic, or it could be slurring. They had been out partying some, so it's very possible, very, very possible. I'll be honest, okay, and yeah, not being disrespectful. I mean, trust me, I've had a couple myself before. So, but it could also be just Chris. We don't know how much. We honestly don't. And it truly could be just the panic, also. Um, of just all of a sudden not knowing where she is or anything. But yeah, no, I thought so too. Yeah, Rebel, you thought so also. And so she gets into this car of an acquaintance that I don't know if she called him also, maybe. Okay, that part I have not been able to figure out. How did this acquaintance show up at the Exxon? But Sean is now with her in his vehicle. Okay, sometime between 3:40 and 4 a.m. Okay, next thing that happens is at 4:20. So 4:20, so 3:40 was the 911 call. 4:20, hey Robbie, I love you, my dear. At 4:20 in the morning, the police show up. because remember, she called 911, okay, reporting a robbery. And so they're coming up to take her report and all that. They walk in, they ask for her, and she's not there. They asked the people at the okay behind the counter, and they said, "Oh, she left with another customer." At that time, no one knew who that customer was, but based off of surveillance footage that they were able to get their hands on, they were able to identify Sean's car and all. So that is one of the things. I mean, 3:40 to 4:20. It took what 40 minutes for the police to get there to take her. Okay, and during that time, she disappeared. And um, yeah, no, no, LG, I yes, I kind of got into the because I kind of thought that too. On the other hand, okay, well, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm sure that's what I've sounded. And she wasn't driving. She had someone driving her too, which okay, makes sense. Um so moving on to 4:27. 7 minutes after the police show up. This is the next time we hear from Marissa. So like I said, the last time she was seen was at the gas station, but she was heard from a couple more times. So at 4:27, Marissa tried contacting some other people using Sean's phone. Okay, you can see here on the screenshot here of phone calls that okay went where she was trying to I have not been able to see exactly who that person was or anything, but she was using his Facebook. Makes sense. If the two of them are in the car together, she doesn't have her phone. Maybe she was trying to get Jersey. Maybe she was, I don't know. Okay, but that's what's happening at that point. Um, the next thing that we know for sure is at 5 a.m. Also, by the way, I blurred out, well, I hearted out all their faces. But one of the things that I loved when looking at her pictures were the pictures of her and her kiddos. And they were all, oh my gosh, the smiles and the love and stuff like that was just amazing. Okay, really, really amazing. So I wanted to add those in here and all. So the guy came back, right? The first guy she went out with, Jersey, he's gone off on his own. Okay, he dropped her off and he left. Now I don't know. Did they get back together at some? We don't know. Okay. And that's why the family is right now feeling like, hey, we've got two people who last saw her, two guys who last saw her, Jersey and this guy, Sean. Okay. Someone's got to know something here. And at 5 a.m., Marissa called her dad's phone using Sean's phone again. Okay. I think using his phone. Okay. She called her dad's phone saying that she needed to talk to her friend. Her friend lived with them and she wanted to connect with her friend. And her friend has since said, yeah, we did talk that morning. There's two guys. Yes, Rebel. Two guys involved in this story right now. She called the police at 3:40 a.m. So 5 a.m. when she talks to her friend, the main reason why she had called her friend, okay, according to the friend, is she was trying to figure out how to get in touch with Jersey. She wanted her phone back. And I don't know about you guys, but if you ask me to tell you Robbie's phone number or KK's phone number, or hell, even my brother's phone number, I could not give it to you. I literally have to pull out my phone and look for the number. We don't remember numbers anymore. We just look up their names and we hit it. So she's trying to figure out, she doesn't have her phone. So she's calling up the guy. She needs to get her phone back. So she asks her friend, hey, do you have Jersey's phone number? Can you get it for me? And all that. That's the last we hear from Marissa. 5 a.m. Were there any other phone calls or anything? Not that is public at this point. Okay, yeah, and the bushes, I can't remember numbers at all. So that's the last we know. Sunday morning. Okay, so a week ago yesterday. Who knows what happened from there? Was she able to get in touch with Jersey and get her phone back? Or he came back over to bring it back? Did something happen between her and Sean? There's a lot of different possibilities, and you guys know how I feel about assumptions and all that. Okay, no, 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 no. But you know what? You can put up red flags. And there's definitely some red flags here. Sleuth Mom! I love you, my dear. Love you, and congratulations on your nomination, my dear. And um so it's definitely leaving the family with, okay, what's gone on from there now. At that point, mom Sarah has a lot of concerns that she started bringing up at that point. Let me see what I got up for my next thing. Okay, got it. Okay, so her mom has had a concern that Marissa may have had a stalker. This is, yeah, a mom with 5 kids does not just walk away. Big time. That does not happen. She is not out there having a mini vacation or something like that. No, I don't see that. No. And her mom feels she had a stalker. Now, is it evidence with tons of facts and phone calls and stuff like that? I'm not seeing that level. Did she get the phone number she was looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't. That's a great question that probably I would love to see answered. And if I get an answer on that, I will let you guys know. Definitely, I'll let you know, especially in Discord or something. I'm going to try to get in touch with family and try to get a little bit more so we can help get this story out. Okay, because we don't want this to die just because it's not getting enough coverage out there, guys. And I hate to say it, squeaky wheels get the grease. That's what it comes down to. So, um, however, going with the discussion on the stalker, her mom recalls Marissa receiving a strange message about a month before. Okay. This message just said, "Hey, are you okay?" It was like, "Are you still working at the Waffle House?" No idea. Her mom doesn't know who sent it. But it definitely gave off vibes for her mom that could there be someone who was stalking her and trying to track her down? I don't know. None of us really know. Set the kids out to search. They will find her. Oh, yes, kids will find you one way or another for sure. Hey, Lioness, welcome, welcome. Hey, sounds good. Sounds good. Let us know about your live so I can watch it. Yay, yay, yay. Time, yeah, there's a lot of little time things. And these times are kind of coming through and being verified in the groups through this family is doing a lot of their own investigations, guys. And that's actually where we're moving into next is the family's quote unquote investigation. Okay, there's hey Tammy, aloha, welcome, my dear. Um, so on Wednesday, last Wednesday, the 17th, okay, Sarah, Marissa's mom, and the dad of Marissa's children decided to go to the Airbnb that we were talking about. Remember the second stop they went to? Um, they went there and started looking around, trying to find people to talk to, find out what had happened, things like that. Now let me share this with you. The Airbnb itself, we are actually kind of lucky on this because they actually have a bunch of pictures from when that building was sold. So these are actually pictures, not current pictures, but pictures from when the Airbnb was sold to its current owners. And so just give you an idea of what it looked like, things like that. Okay. I mean, looks like a pretty nice place, okay, to me. And it's kind of going through this real quickly. What, 2 bedrooms maybe? Uh, it's actually kind of cute, actually, I have to say. Of course, they're always set up nice whenever realtors, I don't know, why can't my house look like realtors do a house? And it always looks so nice. And so this is the place that they were going to have that after party. Okay, after the bar closed and all, they were all going to come over here and hang out. Okay, so that's where they ended up going. So, mom and dad of her children decided to go over to that building and talk to people, find out what was going on. Just FYI, the police have actually gone to this building, investigated it. In fact, there's some video on some of the news stories that show that they may have actually taken some evidence from those areas, which kind of lead me to even more questions. I mean, especially the information I'm going to share with you next does not sound good. It really does not sound good. But I'm like, wait, what that is leading me to, how the hell is she making all these phone calls and being seen and stuff like that? So there's a lot of things, and this is the reason why we got to be very careful. Red flags, not necessarily assumptions. Okay, we got to remember, okay, every red flag could have other sides to it, which I will point out also. So I guess while they were talking around and just talking with the police, not police, with the people who lived in the Airbnb area, okay, they came across a housekeeper who cleans up. You know, Airbnbs, you have a housekeeper who goes and cleans up between. Okay, I mean, we just set one up for my mom while my mom and I, her for her 80th birthday. We're going to go hang out at a North Shore one. And this lady, when they started talking with her, she said, you know what? It was weird because I did not have to clean up the apartment last time. Okay, after they were there. Okay, usually I have to come in and do all this cleaning and stuff, but I did not have to clean it up. I came in and it was really clean. And, quote, she remembered the smell of bleach was overwhelming. That's scary. Why is someone overusing bleach? Are they just like my sister in law? Okay, they scrub everything down really, really clean and all that? Or was something else going on? And hey, LFT Decipher, how you doing, my dear? Love you, my dear. And ooh, no problem. Rest is good. Trust me. And so that, along with this next bit, is what really got me. I got to remember not to let my mind go crazy with me with this stuff because not necessarily all this, and I'm not even sure. Okay, was this person truly the cleaner? Okay, we don't know. We don't know. I'm sure the police are talking to them, but pull in the fact the police have gone to this unit. Okay, and you can see them at the unit and all. So Sarah and the children's dad then decided to start looking around the area. And one of the things they decided to do was they took the trash cans, you know, the outdoor trash cans, and they started kind of going through them. And she kind of turned them over to kind of make sure there was nothing in there, stuff like that. And at that point, Sarah found what looked like new pillows. Okay, they were not old, junky type like pillows. They were fairly new pillows. But she said they had what looked like blood stains on them. And in addition, it looked like someone had scrubbed them clean. If you look at this picture here, this is a picture off that North Carolina, okay, media website I was talking about that did the interview. And also that's what the NC is all from and all. And this, credit to them for this picture. And all, but you can see the stains there. Now, Sarah felt those might be blood stains that people tried to get out. And when they couldn't get them out, they dumped them in the trash. Now, guys, you know me. I'm not going to jump to conclusions because we don't know. Was it blood? Was it not blood? Were they even trash from that unit? You can tell from this that there's other units around. Could it be another unit? Okay, we don't know. But it is a red flag. Definitely, I would say a red flag. I mean, let me know if you don't agree with me on this, but feels like a red flag to me. And so at that point, they, okay, decided, okay, everything's done. They left. And Sarah called up the detectives to tell them, hey, you know what? You may want to go over there. Ringo, you know what? The best thing you guys can do to help, honestly, with this case, we need to share out her. I'm going to share the posters on my Discord, on this channel, on Facebook. Help get her name out there. Because at 9 days, we know these stories start disappearing. After a week, they start disappearing. And that's starting to happen in this case. So we need to keep this case active. And so she called up the police and saying, hey, you may want to head back. Well, she said, and this is one reason why I'm saying yes, red flag, but something, there may be more to this story than we know. Okay, we only know what we're reading right now, guys. Okay. She was told by the detectives they felt that it was probably nothing. The pillows were probably nothing. Okay. That did not sit right at all with Sarah. She's like, no, this could be evidence. This could be something. So she called up the dad of Marissa's children and said, can you run back there? Can you go and grab those pillows? We need to have those pillows because if they turn into evidence or something like that, we don't want to have them disappear at this point. So he went back and he did grab all of that and all. So I will share all those for sure, Chris, for sure. And so that's where her story, the story of the disappearance, ends. Now, who is she though? What is going to keep, because we all know, okay, you know what, guys, how many missing people do we all know? Okay, we hear a new story every couple hours, it feels like. Yet each of these people are a real person. They have families and stuff like that. And one of the things I found, there's 3 different groups out there on Facebook talking about, okay, Marissa. One of them actually has family very, very involved and stuff like that. And what I loved about it is you've got people actually talking about her, who she is, things like that. So I wanted to real quickly just, this picture of her here is a picture of her at about 16 or 17, I think they said. Her mom, I'm going to take this picture off up here real quickly so I can read this. But her mom left a message saying, she is so special. I'm struggling so bad. We need her home. It's unreal. She hasn't come home. It's so bad. This is unbearable, but I'm so proud of the woman she is. What I'm missing right now is all the love that she gives to us. And like I said, when I watched the video of her mom, I fell apart on that one. And another friend said, met her a couple years ago through her mom. I try to go see them at least once a week to check on her mom, Sarah, to see how she's doing because of her health. Marissa was always welcoming me with a smile on her face. She's a very friendly person and loves her kids so much. I miss seeing her smile. When I go to her house, I pray that she comes home soon and safe and sound. Her family misses her and are worried about her, especially her mom. If someone has her, I'm asking you to please let her go so she can get home to her family and her kids. She doesn't deserve this. She's a very good person and would give you the shirt off her back for you if you needed it. I pray every day that she will come home soon. And that is one of the concerns, is trafficking or something also a possibility in this case. That is definitely. Sleuth Mom, thanks for sharing that group. I meant to share that out to you guys over, and I forgot to do that. So thank you for reading my mind, my dear. Another person, I personally trained Marissa. I don't really have words right now. We all spent so much time together over the years. We became family. Our little crew was a tight circle. We always had each other's back and always will. When my fiance passed away, she was one of the few who comforted me in ways others were too scared to try. She would empty out them swishers and just let me talk about, vent, cry about it, always down when others needed her. I hope she knows we love and need her back. We won't stop looking until we have her answers. And then the last one was actually that I wanted to share, and this is almost too small for me to read here, so I'm going to open it up in a smaller right there so I can read it, is actually from the administrator. I think this was one of the administrators of this group. Okay, and very involved in the group. She said, There's so many wonderful things to say about Marissa. I don't remember the year, but it's been almost 13 years now. Guys, this is her story. This is who she is. Me and my family moved literally in Marissa's backyard. Naturally, my older brother went out and made friends, and being the little sister that wanted to be like my big brother, I stole his friends too. Many summers spent walking the neighborhood, many winters spent sledding down the best hills, even giving Marissa a scar with a funny story she will always remember. There were so many times I barely mentioned I was hungry, and she was always ready and prepared to cook a four-course meal for everyone to enjoy. She makes the best chicken I've ever had, the best noodles. She's always been very strong willed. She taught me how to straighten my hair, even if we have two different hair types. Marissa doesn't see color, she sees your heart. She taught me how to do eyeliner and mascara, and probably the main reason I enjoy makeup as much as I do now. So many days spent making prank phone calls, going to the store to get a piece of candy, or just walking around the block. No matter what, when you are around her, you are safe. She always made me feel safe. I was younger and she didn't care. I'm forever grateful for her mom as well. She never complained about having a house full of rugrats, sometimes up to 7 of us, some days even more. The patience that woman has is unmatched. Even if we fussed and had squabbles, I could still cut through that pathway in the bushes, knock on her door, and we could always talk it out. I still remember the first time I met her grandmother, just like them, so caring, gracious, and would give you anything. All you had to do was ask. The first time I met her, like the teenagers we were hungry. Her grandmother didn't hesitate to start looking through the cabinets, asking us what sounds good. I think we ended up choosing cereal. Interesting choice. And I remember the day we moved away. Me and my brother hightailed it to Marissa's house so we could hang out one last time. A few weeks later, I came home from school, and Marissa had snuck her way over to our house. We hung out that whole night until it was time for her to go back home. It was sad knowing we couldn't walk through our backyards to her anymore, but I knew she was only a text away. I'm so grateful for technology. I'm so grateful technology didn't run the world back then, and I get to have all these vivid memories in my head. But I'm also thankful. I do have the few pictures I have, just little snippets from the good old days. I miss them tremendously. Her mom, her sister, her dad, even her little rugrats now. So many precious memories. I'm so glad for meeting her and knowing her. She truly is a beautiful person inside and out. She wouldn't hurt a fly. You are so loved, Marissa. We miss you so much. Man, this shit ain't fair at all. You got to stay strong for yourself and for your babies. They need you now more than ever. You've worked too damn hard to let this world knock you down. You're a fighter. We all love you and we won't back down. I know that was a long one, guys, but this is what I talk about when I talk about covering stories. And that these are not just a woman who's 5'4" and weighs 260 pounds. You now know who Marissa is. You know a little bit more about her and why finding her, okay, no matter what the answer is, okay, whether it's good news or bad, she needs to be found and brought home to her family so that they can have all that. Okay, those memories. They can share those memories. And I hope that it's positive news when she comes back. I really do. But we never know. We never. And I know the family knows that too. I'm sure. So Marissa Carmichael, and these are the posters I will share out. I have 2 different posters, thumbnail size, which you're seeing now, and then one that's more Instagram size. I will show both of those. Okay, they'll be out on Facebook as well as Discord and of course here on the community tab. But Marissa Carmichael with that gorgeous smile there was last seen on January 14th in Greensboro. She's 25 years old, 5'4", 260 pounds with black hair and blonde braids, brown eyes. She was last seen at the Exxon Gas Station, as we said. Okay, some additional information. She was last seen wearing a white shirt, Tweety Bird shirt, in fact, blue jeans and yellow sneakers. She does have, and I haven't seen any close up pictures of this, but you can kind of see it in these other pictures, a heart shaped tattoo on her face and a butterfly tattoo near her eye. So, some things to keep an eye out for. Now, if KK is still in the house, she'll give you the whole talk about hair can be colored. Okay, tattoos can be covered, hair can be cut, all those things. We do know that. And but if you guys can help us, and if you have any information, I've had her number, the number for the Greensboro Crime Stoppers, right there at the bottom. Hopefully, someone has some information and can share it. So, thank you all so much for joining us. Hopefully, I think Sleuth and I may be, oh no, we may not be back this week, but we will be back soon on one of our Wednesdays. Otherwise, I will talk to you soon. Linus, where is the guy husband she went to the party with? They're both around town. No one's been arrested or anything. No one's been officially named a suspect. That's why they're just people who she was with. And that's where it gets left right now until the police make some decisions. So, thank you guys so much. Please come over to Discord. In fact, you know what? Let me add Discord real quick. So, if anyone wants to come join us over there, I'm not real good at, I need to get better at following up on my Discord, but I know a lot of people love to hang out over there, and I do too when I'm there. You do. Oh, I see a note. So there's Discord for anyone interesting. We may still have Sleuth Mom might be able to still do our Wednesday evening. So keep an eye out. We will update you guys as we know what's going on. So love each and every one of you guys. Okay, take care of each other. Be kind to each other. Okay. Love y'all. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great night, guys. Bye bye.